Most people can't lose fat and build muscle at the same time because they're stuck doing these 7 diet mistakes. I see it all the time and I want to help you overcome this. So if you're tired of looking in the mirror and having a dad bod, just check in with me for these next few minutes and I'm going to solve this problem for you. Point number 1. I want you to imagine you've got a long road trip planned, but you didn't put no gas in the car. How long do you think you're going to last? I see too many guys trying to hit the gym, work hard, do their 9-to-5 job, look after their kids and skip meals. Now look at your body right now. Can you build an aesthetic physique if you don't fuel it? Trust me, building muscle requires a lot of energy, so you need to make sure that you're fueling your body in order to build the body that you truly desire. Your metabolism will thank you for it and you will actually build a body that you're truly happy with. Point number 2, have you ever heard those people that say, yeah, but I eat clean, or yeah, I eat healthy? What does that even mean? Saying that you eat healthy or you eat clean is nonsense, because even if you're overeating poor foods, then unfortunately you are going to look poor, not monetarily, but physically. So it doesn't matter how healthy you think your diet is. If you're overeating, it's going to put you in a position where you're carrying excess body fat and you just don't look your best and you won't feel your best, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, nutrition quality is very, very important, but it's very, very important that you actually get results from your diet. So stop overeating foods even though you think that they're healthy. Number 3 is not eating enough protein. Imagine building a skyscraper without a solid foundation. Protein is the building blocks to your muscle tissue. So if you're not getting enough protein, unfortunately, you will not be able to build muscle. And this is a diet mistake that I see way too often. There's actually a study in America that showed that most Americans don't even get 100 grams of protein a day, which is not even that much. To keep it nice and simple, just go for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So for me, I'm just below 200 pounds. I want to be getting 200 grams of protein per day. Keep it nice and simple. It's not that difficult, but most of us fail because the Western diet is just full of loads of crap. Too much sugar, too much carbs, not enough protein, and sometimes way too much fat. You do have to go against the typical diet in order to achieve this, but it's not that hard. A little bit more chicken, a little bit more fish, a little bit more beef, some eggs, protein shake, and you can get there. You have to take initiative in order to make it happen. So if you don't take initiative, it won't happen. Another diet mistake people make is avoiding healthy fats. Healthy fats are good for you, hence why they're called healthy fats, and we do need them in our diet. Most people think of fat and they think everything to do with fat is bad. But fat is not actually what makes you fat. Eating too much food makes you fat. But you can have healthy food and you won't be fat. And you might notice that a lot of these healthy fats come from natural foods. Olive oil, nuts, almonds, avocados, fish. These are all great sources of healthy fats and you need them in your diet, especially if you want to look your best and feel your best. Point number 5, and it's a mistake that I see way too often, and it is extreme dieting. If you've done anything like keto, no carb, low carb, Atkins, liquid diets, then you may have been victim to a crash diet. I'm not saying to not do keto. I've done keto, by the way, and it works just great. But if you're doing extreme calorie reductions in your diet and you're losing a lot of weight, that's probably why you don't actually look that good. The main thing here is that when you cut your calories too harshly, you lose muscle and fat rather than just losing body fat. And that's why most people who do it look like a melted wax candle. You need to actually make sure that you're losing minimal muscle mass, if not any muscle mass at all, and cutting loads of body fat. But when you go on a crash diet, your body's like, nah, I'm getting rid of everything. Eating at your muscle mass, eating at your fat. Avoid the extreme dieting. It's not a good look. And most people bounce back anyway. How many times have you seen someone lose a ton of weight and then they bounce all the way back? It's because they've used unrealistic methods. So here's what you should do. Aim for about 1 kilo a month of weight loss. That is a steady amount of weight to lose. It's achievable. You could push it a little bit and go for 2, but that's the guideline that I would stick to. And if you lose that each month, you'll be in a good position. Trust me. Point number 6 is simply not tracking. I want you to imagine that you're going to buy a house. What would you need to do every single month to buy that house? Save money. Imagine trying to buy the house and not knowing how much you're saving, and then getting upset when you go to the vendor and they don't want to sell you the house because you don't know how much money you have. Well, that's the same thing that happens when you look in the mirror and you're sad that you're not your ideal body weight. Because guess what? When you don't know the numbers, you can't make logical decisions, you make emotional ones. So if you are trying to lose body fat and build muscle, you need to know the exact amount of calories that you're eating. It doesn't have to be a perfect science. If you don't know the numbers, you can't complain. So my advice is track Monday to Friday at the bare minimum. Just track at least 1 to 2 meals a day. And if you do that, I promise you, you will lose weight and you will build more muscle, or at least maintain your muscle mass. And that's how you're going to look aesthetic, feel aesthetic, and be your best. But this is a diet mistake that I see people making way too often, even people that I've worked with, and they'll come to me and they'll be like, oh, Jav, it's not working. I'll say, okay, show me your food diary. Oh, nothing in your food diary. MyFitnessPal is free. Get it on your phone and just use it. Trust me, it's not that hard. The food scale is in your kitchen. Buy one. It costs like £5. Get a food scale, weigh it. Simple. Just do that every damn day. You can't fail when you do that. But the reason people fail is they don't take initiative, and also they want everything done for them. You got to do it for yourself. It's the only way you're going to be successful when it comes to weight loss and dieting. So I need you to really start tracking your numbers. Point number 7, drinking too much bloody alcohol. I've done videos on alcohol in the past. There's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol, but most men drink way too much, hence why 66% of men are overweight or obese. That's not a number to laugh at. I'm not saying to never drink, but here's my advice. Keep it to 1 day a week. Limit it to 2 to 3 drinks, and you can still have a good bloody time. The issue is that most men don't know how to have a good time without the drink. But when you're able to have a good time and enjoy yourself without getting boozed up every single time, then you're able to control your calorie intake. When you have too much alcohol, there's a reason why you struggle to lose weight. Alcohol is a toxin. Your body actually doesn't burn off the calories anymore. It starts to try to burn off the toxin of alcohol in your body. So imagine your body's a furnace and it just stops burning. That's what happens when you start drinking alcohol. On top of that, it's excess calories with no nutritional benefit, and all that extra calories get stored as fat in your stomach. That's why we see guys with bare bellies and man boobs. There's a reason for it. It doesn't come from nowhere. It comes because people don't know how to handle their drink. Now, my advice is when you do have a drink, you have to start to think about, do I need to have a drink? Can I not enjoy the social setting without a drink? A lot of people just can't enjoy themselves without a drink. And that is why they drink excessively and then they get fat. So keep it simple. 1 to 2 drinks a week. It's not that hard. Manage it. If you've got people in your social circle that don't enjoy being around you, if you're not drunk, then you need to reevaluate your social circle. I'm just being honest. Those are 7 diet mistakes that I see people making. Comment below if you've made any of those mistakes. And if you want to get in better shape and you actually want to improve your diet, you should probably check out this little video right here. Peace.